Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studios. I'm back with a Create With Me, and again, it's scrap busting. So one of my last videos, I brought out a big box that I had on my shelf that was just full of scraps, and what happens is I start sorting through it and I put some things away, and then I just want to make something. I don't want to organize anymore. So I came up with these ideas for some scrap papers and cardstocks and fabrics and that, and I thought I'd just sit down and show you how I did it. Pretty easy. A lot of times people will do these on full-size journal pages, and you know, you'll see it like this and they'll have a spread like this. And I thought, oh my gosh, why don't we do like little pockets? So you can actually make these and stick them in a pocket, stick them behind a tuck, or you can go ahead and make them a belly band. I did them sideways, but you could make it a belly band and put stuff in the front and something in the back. You could make it this way. I was kind of thinking for this of doing, you know, maybe a tag here, or if you did a corner pocket, you'd have something there, or a corner pocket on the other side, you could tuck something there. So those are kind of ideas of how they would go on a page. And so I have all kinds of different color scraps, and so probably the hardest part is once I get it together, trying to pick something to decorate with. But you could even just put them together and then put them in your box for you know, your tags and your cards and whatever, and then when you're working on a project, pick out a color that matches the project and then decorate it to suit the theme that you're working on. But anyways, I thought I would sit down and kind of show you what I was doing. So basically, you just need a piece of paper that's somewhat kind of rectangular. So I found this one here, and when you fold it down, you're going to take this and fold it all the way to the other side. So if you have a big piece, I wouldn't worry about that. I would just fold this down like you were doing a faux envelope type. Okay. And all I'm doing is I'm not trying to get a point necessarily. I just want to match these up and get, you know, pretty close. Like that. Then I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to just fold it. And you can fold it as far as you'd like. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking maybe there. With that in mind, I can turn it sideways. Go right to my end, right here. I want to find a line to put that on, so I tear it straight. So I'm following this line here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Whoops. I could probably just put it like this if I have this. Okay, so I need to go out a little further. I think that'll do it. Okay, and I'm just going to rip it right here. That's it, people. How easy is that? Then what I did, just because you could just glue these down, but what I did is I actually just cut these, because I will collage these pieces and use them. Okay, so those go in my scraps. Pull my book over where I glue on. And for this part, I just use my my glue stick and to glue these little pieces down. Okay, but I do use my art glitter glue to glue this down, but I don't do that until I go ahead and distress whatever color I want to distress. So I'm thinking maybe Victorian Velvet might be a pretty one to use. So let's see. What I normally do is kind of, yeah, I think that'll be okay. Very pretty. And I'm going to distress. Now remember, you probably, I always distress the back as well, because I don't know if it's going to be a loose piece or if I'm going to glue it down. So you want to do both sides, or if you already know what you're going to do with it, you don't need to do both sides. If you're going to glue it down, if you know you're going to glue it down, you don't have to do that. But I don't know, and I'm going to put them in my, I call it your ephemera box, my completed pieces, which I have to sort through that. I saw somebody sorting through theirs, and they put like tags in one basket. They put page pockets in another basket. They put journaling cards in another basket, that kind of thing. I don't know that I could even make decisions like that. So, but what I could do is, you know, at least put them in sections in the big box they're in. Okay, so now that I've got it all the way distressed, all the way around, I'm just going to open this up, take my art glitter glue, and go right down the center. Okay, just like that. And then what you've done is you've left 2 openings for tags or whatever you want to put in there. So I had leftover cardboard for these, white index was these. This one I stamped on, but it's just white index. But these, I had some colored stock about that wide, so I went ahead and used that. But you could use even, you know, your leftover pieces, whatever you wanted to do. So I'm going to see if I have any white cardstock that's kind of that wide, sort of. I'm looking at, these are pieces that I have. This looks like a wide one. I don't know if I have another one that wide. That would be, let's pick, I'm looking at these here, white ones, to see what's going to be the widest, that I have 2 of that are about the same. And I'm thinking maybe this. I think that would work. So these are all just cut-offs of index cards. And also I work at a copy center, and when we cut off pieces, I save everything, stick it in a bag, and bring it home. All the stuff that would normally go in trash. Okay, so I've got 2 of these, so I want to cut them down. I mean, you could put journaling cards in here. You could do whatever you like. Okay, and what I want to do, what I thought was easiest actually, was just to cut them to the length of my pocket, and then go ahead and take them out, and I will turn them into tags. Now, you don't have to turn them into tags. You could put tabs on the top. You could leave them as like a journaling card and just round them. Why don't we do that? Because I don't have any like that. These are all I cut like tags. So let's try to maybe just round the edges. These I'll save because I'll show you what I do with those. I have one in here, that's how I know. Okay, so my white small pieces I stamp on. So that's what this was right here. It was just a cut off of this. So I will save these. But let's get our corner rounder. And these are pretty small, so let's use the 1/4 inch and see how that looks if we just round the corners here. That's a little crooked. I'm going to straighten it. Okay, so now we've got them rounded. That's kind of cool. Okay. And then we want to go ahead and distress them in the same color. So we're going to use our Victorian Velvet. How easy are these? And you can use all your scrap papers because these can be any size. If you have 6x6 scrap paper, you have 4x4, you have, you know, those, you can make them kind of rectangular and make them work for you. so you can have small or larger, whatever. Now you could just leave these like this and then decide to decorate these and this however you want when you decide to put it in a journal. But I thought I'm going to go ahead and maybe try to decorate it. So let me see what I have that I like. I do have some stickers, but I've already used stickers. Need kind of something right on here. Let's, you know what, I have leftover embossing stuff. I wonder if any of this would look pretty on there. Well, I would think so. So why don't we cut this down? So I'm going to trim this right to the edge where it didn't, you know, where it was out of the embossing. This is a cutoff from tags that I made in another video. Okay, and what if we it's not quite long enough, so I'm going to bring it up to where I know that I can get each corner on, and then I'm going to trim it. But before I cut anything, I'm going to take these out. I'm going to try to trim it my own self. Maybe I need to mark it. Because I am not very good at this. Okay, so if I do that, I don't want to tear it because I don't want it to be because it's embossed, it's a little fancier than like a tear edge. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it, but I want to draw a very light line. Okay, so if I cut that right there, and then I can erase those little pieces. Okay. Okay, and then we want to put that on there and do the other side. And I want to move it up just a hair because I want this side to go off as well. Okay, and I'm gonna trace my line right here. I hope I'm in camera. I'm so low on my mat I can't tell. So let's see. So I'm going to cut that right there. Okay. Oh, how pretty is that? But because I glued this down, I need to distress these edges. Oh, very pretty. That looks really pretty. So I could take my distressing tool and go over the embossing. Let me take one of the corners and I'll show you. Because I did this when I made tags. If you just lightly go over the embossing, it raises, you know, the embossed part to pink. Okay, but I really like the stark white against this paper. So I'm going to leave it just like that. And we're going to go ahead and glue that down. And I'm using art glitter glue just because this piece that I embossed is a little heavier. It's like a white cardstock, but not real heavy cardstock. It's not a 110, it's probably about a 90 pound. And it also, you know, digs down from the embossing. So I want to make sure that I have glue enough places to hold it down well. Okay. I think something like that's good, even though I'm a little bit off right here. I think that'll be fine. Okay, let's look and see what we got. So we've got our cards in there. This is kind of pretty. Now we could stamp something on these if we want, or we can wait and decorate them. But like I said, I want to decorate them because I just do. So what I'm thinking is I would love to add some sort of stamp or something right along here. What if we tried one of these stamps? I use these to stamp on cardstock. That's what this one is. It's a stamp like this. What if I want to see what this looks like? And I'm going to use one of my pieces of cardstock just to check it out, okay? And I want to do it in the pink because I don't want to bring in like a black or a different color. I don't think. Let me see. Oh, I think I love. Okay, so I know I love the color. Now I have to decide if that's the stamp I want on there. Do I want just a small? You know what I could do? Just do the rose. Without the bottle. So let me see if I can put a post-it note over this. I'm putting a post-it note over the bottom of this bottle so that I can ink this up without getting the bottom part. Okay, so I didn't ink the bottom, and let's see. I'm going to do it on the back here to see if that worked. It did, and I think that's what I like. So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and I can actually just put this paper over, I think, and that'll block that bottle. Okay. So I just want to ink everything except that part. There's a piece of leaf right there. Actually, I could probably just wash it off. Make sure I have no ink there, nothing on the side that's going to get on there. Keep our fingers crossed that it's a good impression. Oh, very pretty. Yes, I love it. Okay, so we're going to do one on the other side as well. I'm not sure that I should do the same flower though. What do you think? Yeah, I don't really see anything else that tickles my fancy. So let's do the same, and I'm not going to block that. I'm going to just ink it, and then I will, you know, kind of block out the, or wipe out the ink off the other part. So I got some right in there I don't want. Right here, this bottle I do not want. And I do not want this. Okay, let's see. Oh, really pretty. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and then we can decorate something here. I just did a journal where I tore apart a whole bunch of fabric flowers, but I know I don't have any pieces left. But I'm going to save this. But what could we put right there? Let's see. Oh, let me look. I stamp on fabric pieces. Oh, how pretty is that? I think that is exactly what I want. I don't think there's anything else in here that would tickle my fancy as much as that. I think I like it. And I like, it's a lighter stamp, so it matches a little better than the darker. So I think we're going to go with that. I'm gonna use Fabri-Tac, but that's a thin muslin, so I need to use a brush of some sort to make it a thin coat. So I think I will use my Fabri-Tac and a silicone brush. Let's see, I don't want it to soak through, so I'm going to take this Post-it and put some Fabri-Tac on it and see if I can't lift it and put it on that fabric. So like I said, I do not want it to be thick at all. I need it to be very thin. Oops, got it the wrong way. Here we go. Okay, I love it. So anyways, the ideas are endless. How you can decorate these to make them look all different. What kind of paper. So let's do one more. And I had a piece of kind of cool. This was, I did a circus journal and I had this piece of paper left and I thought, okay, so I'm going to move all this stuff aside. Am I on camera still? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold these. Try to make them about the same. What I'm trying to do is make this even. I don't really care about the point too much at all. Okay. And then we want to fold this down, but I'm going to go ahead and go all the way over to the edge. like this. Do I have that? Well, I want a straighter line than that. Okay, so we've got this. Okay. Okay, so that's what we have right there. So we're going to go ahead and cut our triangles off. Like I said, I'll use those in a cluster, a collage, you know, something. Because I'm kind of a, I don't know, not a hoarder, but I kind of save everything. And then, you know, a year down the road, I may throw it out thinking, what the heck was I saving that for? But I could go around and work on my glue book and find it in there and think it's perfect pieces to collage in there. Okay, red. This is going to be a challenge for me to decorate something red. Kind of cool. So I have, for just, I don't have a lot of inks in that, but I do have barn door. I don't know if that's dark enough. So I need a red. I don't have a red one, an end, one of these ends up on my ink shelf. So we'll get a new one out. And I want to test this first. Oh, I think that'll be fine. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, this ink is pretty juicy. Must be I haven't used it much at all. Yikes. There's a puppy in here. He got neutered yesterday. So he's got his cone on, and I have to consistently say when he's going outside to go potty or run, you know, running around the house, which he's not supposed to do. They told me not to let him run. But he is a puppy. Anyways, I have to say to him all the time, pick up your head, because the cone either scrapes on the bottom or it gets caught in the grout of my tile in my house, and you know, he'll flip right over it. Okay, I think I like that. You could also, I mean, I picked a red to distress it, but we could have distressed it in a gray or a black. That would be fine too. Okay, so we'll put that aside. And now we can go ahead, once we distress it, we can go ahead and put our art glitter glue right down the center. See how easy these come together. The most time-consuming part is decorating, but it's kind of fun, you know, picking things to go on it. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So what could we put on here? This is the other piece to that paper. I've got some red scraps. That's what I'm looking at in here. Down here at the bottom. See all these red scraps? Not anything that really stands out though, huh? Oh, that's part of a circus. That's part of the circus journal I did. I don't necessarily want to put that in there, but I'm gonna step over and see if I have any remnants from that journal of circus ephemera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found this bag. I had extra pages and all kinds of stuff from the circus journal. And I thought it would be kind of fun. Oh, to do that. And then I could put this in here. And when I make another circus journal, I could use it. How fun. Okay, so it's gonna have to be something like one of these girls. Oh, look at, here's a little dog. Oh, how cute. How cute is that? Oh, we could use the tickets for the top. So let's go ahead and do the dog. How about that? And I'm going to distress that in my walnut stain. Oh, I need a new, look at that. It's like all pivoted, or what do you call it? Dug out. I'm losing pieces. Let's just distress some of this white on it. How cool is that? Chances are to have that left over, but you know what? I wonder if I have any book page or anything in here that might I do have some music. Let me see what else I got. Well, I really don't like that. Let me see if a piece of music might look any better. Let's just see. It may or may not. And I think it does, so I'm going to straighten this out a little bit. And I'm going to run that right along that line and use it. Okay, what if we... Or I feel like it going up and down. So I had to swing around. The puppy was making some noise over there. I'll trim off whatever part I decide not to use here. If I did that, and then kind of hate to get rid of the base clef, but thinking this might be kind of cool. There. See if I can clip this here. And we should be able to just use our glue stick because it's paper on paper. Now he's under the table, but his cone is hitting my leg. Poor puppies. Is this where I wanted it? Somewhere right along there. Let's move it so that it fits better. Okay, that looks good. Then we'll put our little dog on here. How cute is this? Oh, I love it. Okay, so now I was kind of thinking of putting these on the top of the tags or alongside, but I don't know that I would want to use both. I was looking to see if I had these that were cut straight to tuck in there. Would be kind of cool, huh? Maybe I just need to pick 2 of them. And see if I have cardboard that's that wide. Let's see if I do. Let's see, but that's too wide. Okay, so I have 2 pieces like this size, and we want to make these people fit on there. That's what we want to do. I'm excited. This gives me a piece of circus ephemera already. Okay, so if I want to glue that on there, okay, and it's tall enough where I'm going to cut them down. So that one is tall enough, and this one is tall enough. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I had enough room to cut them down if I was going to. So I'm going to just go ahead and glue these to this cardboard. I have my iPad like right over there, and it's off out on like the home screen or whatever, but the notifications are still on. I forgot, and it keeps popping up. My email is saying I have like 50 messages, and before I started recording I emptied my email, so, and I never get that many, so I don't know what that's all about. So let me find the top. Okay. Okay, now for these, I do want to try and cut them a little straighter than I would do with scissors because I'm not a very good cutter. So I'm going to actually get my cutter up here. And in order to do that, I have to move some of this stuff. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have trash all over. Okay, let's get the cutter. And I'll say it again for those who follow me and know me, you know that this is the cutter right side up, so the numbers are right side up here, and you're supposed to go like this. But if I do that, I can't see up there. These numbers, I can't see them. So I've never used that cutter that way. I always use it this way. Okay, so let's see what we want to do. Let's turn this over first, and I'm going to go ahead and cut right along this card here. And on this side. And we knew when we measured the cardstock that it was too tall. So I can go ahead and cut off, at the very least, the piece where it didn't cover the cardstock. Okay. And then, if we stick this in here, it looks like we can cut off right there. So I don't want to cut his head off, but we could go down just a hair further maybe. Maybe I don't want to cut that wing of the bird, so let's try that. Go there. Cute. Cute, cute. Okay, so we want to do her the same. Okay, looks like I can cut off the edges of this. Whoa. And I can trim them up, but I need the cutter to get somewhat a straight line, sort of. And I'm going to go ahead and cut right about where her toe hits this kind of circle spinner thing. Perfect. I want to even this out so these cards are this. I want them to be the same size. Okay. And then we'll cut right across this top. Okay, so this is what we have, which is cute, right? They're cute. They are cute. Little circus. However, I want to maybe go over the pinks in these with red, a red pencil. So I'm going to see. I'm just going to see if it'll work. If I use a red pencil, if it will kind of go over that pink and change the color to match the red in this. So let's try something pretty simple like right here. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to real lightly go over all the pink areas here with this red and try to just change the shade of it to match the red on the card. Now, I'm going to guess, because these are like this pinky color, that it probably had something to do, maybe they were printouts from when, you know, like maybe my printer was running out of ink and I might have used other parts of these for a journal. I'm not sure. But yes, I like that way better. It kind of changes that shade of pink to red. Okay, let's do this side of her top. More red. Let's do the ball or balloon, whichever it is. I'm not sure. And this looks like it's pink here. She's got some pink in her hair. I'm just gonna kind of try to change that shade a little bit. That looks way better. Okay, and then I'm just gonna maybe run red a little bit right here. And I'm just coloring it really lightly just to try to change that shade a little. Like I'm putting no pressure on this pencil at all. Yeah, see, that looks way better, I think. So let's do the same with him. Oh, he's got a lot. First of all, let's change his cheeks to red. And his bird to to red. I hope I'm coloring in camera. I have to stand up to see just a minute. Looks like I could bring it down a little, which makes it easier for me because then it's closer to me and I can see it. And that just, I really like that. Yeah, that just changes the shade and I didn't have a piece that I had to throw away, right? And the trim of these lapels is a little pinkish, so let's do that. Uh-oh, the puppies are gonna start arguing, so that might be good that we're almost done with this video. Okay, I like those way better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these just cards as well. So I'm going to just round the corners with the 1/4 inch. And whatever it takes, right? And then we'll use the same barn door red to outline them. And I'm excited now I can throw this right in my circus. And with my that stuff that I had left over from the circus journal for when I go to make another one. Thank you so much for crafting along with me. I hope this gives you an idea of what you can do with your scrap paper. Like, you know, if you have small pieces or larger pieces, you can make them different sizes. But how easy is it? The most time consuming is the decorating. Just picking out, you know, making choices about decorating. But you could put these together without any decoration on them at all until you're getting ready to, you know, make a journal. And then you can decorate them to match the journal that you're working on. So there you go. So these are the two we did while we were filming. And look how cute they are. Can you see? Let me stand up and see if you can. Oh yeah, look at that. That is so cute. And then this one is really pretty. And this is one that I did prior to this. There's that yellow one. And the pretty blue one. This has stickers on it. This is a stamped image I did, stamping. And I thought this one was pretty cool. It's got a piece of fabric on it. But this, I took actually this micron, let me see what size it is. It's a 0.05 pigment liner, and I made it look like faux stitching around there. So kind of cute, huh? So that's what we did today. I hope you try this, and remember, make them. You don't have to decorate them. You could really make a whole bunch of these, all different colors in that, and then just pull out the color that you're using for a journal and decorate it when you're making your journal. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload new content. And thank you to my subscribers, past, present, and future. Bye, everybody. See you in the next video.